Nothing says summer like beautiful Ontario strawberries. You will not believe how easy this strawberry quinoa salad comes together. Stay tuned. Hi, welcome to Cooking with Cori. I'm your host, Chef Cori Doern, and I'm also a proud media spokesperson for Foodland Ontario. And nothing says awesome Ontario bounty like Ontario strawberries. You can get these beautiful berries all year round. Just look at them. I can smell the deliciousness in this kitchen right now. I've got some lovely strawberries ready to go because today we're making a beautiful strawberry and quinoa salad. I know that when I'm looking at recipes and I find it hard to say, I know you're looking at it like quinoa, but it's actually pronounced quinoa. For this gorgeous recipe, we've got some sliced Ontario strawberries. I've got some lemon juice and some lemon zest. I also have some neutral oil. I've got Dijon mustard. I've got Ontario peas, and for these peas, you can use either fresh Ontario peas or frozen Ontario peas. These ones happen to be the frozen ones, but I just plump them up in ice cold water, and they're absolutely beautiful and popping with Ontario freshness. And then some lovely quinoa here. I've made the quinoa ahead of time, and one thing to remember when you're cooking with quinoa, number one, it's a great protein. Number two, it has a little bit of bitterness to it, so you're going to want to make sure that you rinse it really, really, really well, just to get that bitterness off, and you're going to want to salt your water. Follow the directions. I know that this recipe happens to be totally like foolproof, and another recipe where I just did it from start to finish and loved every part of it. But remember, a recipe is a guideline, and it's always great to have a recipe where you can go to the Foodland Ontario website, check out the recipe, or see what's available during the season that you want to make a salad. And right now, strawberries are at their peak. So let's get started. I've got a lovely bowl here. I've got my whisk, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my dressing all together. So for this recipe, I have lovely Ontario mint. I've got some sugar, some pepper, some salt. I've got some green onion here, all of the other ingredients that I told you. And so I'm going to make my dressing so it can hang out a bit. I'm going to start with my Dijon just to get it out of this with my little whisk. I can also use my, I love this. I've got a lovely Foodland spatula here. So we're going to put that in here. And this comes together really quickly. And like I said earlier, a recipe is a guideline. So the thing about the recipe is if you don't like a certain ingredient, then adapt and use an ingredient that you do like for this. I'm going to say that this is a very, very, very harmonious recipe. So the flavors all come together. And while it is a vegetarian recipe, you can pair it with any protein that you like. I'm just getting all of my little seasonings in here. The reason for the sugar or the sweet is it offsets the acidity, which is very, very, very handy. And now I'm going to add my oil. And if I wanted to emulsify this, I would drizzle the oil in very, very, very slowly and whisk, 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 which is what I'm doing right now. And then you avoid the separation. But it's really not that big a deal if it does separate because, again, you're going to be incorporating this and seasoning up your lovely quinoa. And also, there's not a lot of sugar in this recipe, I have to say, because the strawberries are also super duper sweet. So you don't need to worry about that factor. So again, mustard and lemon tends to be a little acidic, but our lovely strawberries are going to add that gorgeous sweetness that we want. I'm just going to put this off to the side and get my bowl handy. And I'm going to start off by adding my quinoa to the bowl. And then I'm going to add my gorgeous strawberries. And then I'm going to add some lovely peas. And of course, my lovely mint. And then my dressing, not all of it, just a little, and some green onion. And then I'm going to add a little bit more strawberry and mint and mix it all up. And then garnish with my lovely fresh lemon zest. This recipe comes together so beautifully and so easily, and it's all Ontario yumminess. Check out foodlandontario.ca for this recipe. We'll see you next time.